Stuart Hall and Paddy Whannell's book The Popular Arts is a landmark text in the study of popular culture, first published in 1964, emerging during the time when cultural studies was still in its formative years. The book seeks to bridge the gap between the so-called high arts and the realm of mass or popular culture through its thorough and nuanced approach. The authors argue that popular culture is a significant area of study, meriting the same intellectual rigor as traditionally celebrated forms of art. The book is divided into three major areas of exploration: the definition of art and culture, the critical study of popular forms, and the social and institutional frameworks underpinning cultural production. These sections collectively outline the author's key arguments about the value, complexity, and dynamics of popular arts. Hall and Whannell's work was groundbreaking in its effort to elevate the status of popular art, challenging its dismissal as superficial or unworthy of serious analysis. Hall and Whannell begin by interrogating the nature of art and its place within society. They propose that culture can be categorized into various forms, including minority art, folk art, popular art, and mass culture. Minority art, often equated with high culture, consists of works aimed at an elite audience and typically associated with aesthetic sophistication. Folk art, in contrast, represents the traditional, community-based cultural expressions of a specific people. Popular art lies in between these categories, combining elements of accessibility and innovation, while mass culture is characterized by its commercial, industrial production for a broad audience. Hall and Whannell focus primarily on the realm of popular art, which they see as a crucial space for understanding the social and cultural dynamics of their time. A central tenet of the book is the argument that popular culture reflects the social conditions and values of the society that produces it. Hall and Whannell contend that cultural artifacts, whether films, music, or literature, are not created in a vacuum. Rather, they are shaped by the historical, economic, and political forces of their era. The authors emphasize the importance of understanding the broader societal context when analyzing popular culture, suggesting that this approach reveals deeper truths about collective beliefs, aspirations, and anxieties. One of the book's most significant contributions is its methodological approach to studying popular culture. Hall and Whannell advocate for a balance between formal analysis and ethical evaluation. They argue that critics should consider both the aesthetic qualities of a work and its moral and social implications. For instance, while a popular film may excel in storytelling and visual style, it may also perpetuate harmful stereotypes or reinforce regressive ideologies. Conversely, a work's progressive social message does not excuse poor artistic execution. This dual focus on aesthetics and ethics allows for a more comprehensive understanding of popular culture. To illustrate their ideas, the authors examine a wide range of cultural forms. These include Western films, crime novels, jazz music, advertising, and television. Each case study underscores the complexity of popular culture and its ability to address profound social themes. For example, Hall and Whannell analyze the Western film genre as a reflection of American ideals and anxieties, highlighting how these films grapple with issues of morality, justice, and individualism. Similarly, Their discussion of crime novels by authors like Mickey Spillane and Raymond Chandler reveals how these works navigate questions of morality and human nature within a rapidly changing society. Jazz music serves as another focal point in their analysis. Hall and Whannel discuss how jazz embodies a unique tension between artistic innovation and commercial appeal. While it has roots in African American folk traditions, jazz has also been co-opted and commodified by mainstream culture. This duality exemplifies the complex interplay between creativity and commerce that characterizes much of popular culture. The authors also delve into advertising and television, examining how these mediums shape public perceptions and desires. They argue that advertising, in particular, functions as a form of modern mythology, constructing idealized visions of life that are often unattainable yet deeply influential. Another key theme in the popular arts is the relationship between cultural production and social institutions. Hall and Whannel explore how industries such as Hollywood, publishing, and broadcasting influence the creation and dissemination of popular culture. They argue that these institutions are driven by both economic imperatives and cultural values, resulting in works that simultaneously entertain, educate, and manipulate their audiences. This institutional perspective underscores the importance of examining the structural forces behind cultural production, rather than focusing solely on individual creators or works. The authors also address the role of the audience in shaping popular culture. They challenge the notion that audiences are passive consumers, instead portraying them as active participants who interpret and respond to cultural texts in diverse ways. This perspective highlights the dialogic nature of popular culture, where meaning is continually negotiated between producers and consumers. Hall and Whannel's emphasis on audience agency anticipates later developments in cultural studies, particularly in the field of reception theory. A recurring concern throughout the book is the politics of taste and judgment. Hall and Whannel critique the elitist attitudes that often dominate discussions of culture, arguing that such perspectives overlook the value and complexity of popular art. They assert that the evaluation of culture should not be based on rigid hierarchies, but on a nuanced understanding of its social and aesthetic functions. This egalitarian approach challenges traditional distinction between high and low culture, advocating for a more inclusive and democratic conception of cultural value.